And welcome back to Home Track Heroes on CW11. 22 laps remaining as we watch the battle for fifth. Dawson Cox and Daniel Moore as they're trying to get up to the top three, but they have really checked out. Derek Thorne, Preston Peltier in a different zip code right now.
There is a good payout all through the field. Every position matters here at the Summer Showdown, so good race for fifth as Cox looking to hang on. Be something to crow about and something to build on for him and his program. More right in on them, just a car length behind. Good battle there as we're going to look. There is your leader, and he's working amongst slower traffic right now. Caden Holm going another lap down.
And Chad Fitzpatrick in the other orange car right in front of them, but not far behind is Preston Peltier, but he has to go through the same lap traffic as Derek Thorne almost getting pinched in. They're going to look to go three wide for a second going through turns 3 and 4, but it is going to be Derek Thorne cleaning out, and that's going to be a lot of clear track in front of him. Peltier, you saw the black car for a second at the bottom of your screen here. He'll come into frame. There he is. That's the difference between 1 and 2 with just 19 laps remaining, 15 grand on the line.
With two pieces of slower traffic in between them as well. That is significant for Derek Thorne as Thorne picking him up, putting him down, smelling a nice little payday coming after him. Another look back at the field named Lang, trying to rally and pick up some more positions. He's working on Greg Bennett for a spot. That is a battle for 7th and 8th.
Exactly, yeah, and it's just not been Nama Lang's night. Not the Nama we're used to seeing battling up front. I think they're still trying to get this Pro Late Model program together on the 5/8 track. It's just so different from what they're used to. But he's making a good late run here. It could just be one little caution away from getting him on the podium.
So name of the inside, Bennett hanging tough in the outside groove. We've seen him up there earlier when drivers were coming through. I think it was Garrett that got by him and got to him easy. Bennett puts up a little more fight there in the middle, but he'll tuck in the line and settle in as Lang gets another position.
As there is Peltier trying to get by the two lap cars that are between him and Derek Thorne, as the lap cars are almost side by side for a second. Caden Holm and Chad Fitzpatrick still running their race, and here comes Peltier trying to get by him as he just has nowhere to go as they're side by side.
Just hoping that they pick a lane and stick to it at this point in time. Peltier, he's got to get through this. He's got to get through it in a hurry, and there it is. Splits the difference between Fitzpatrick and Holm coming off the second corner. So clear sailing now. He's got to run Thorne down and then try to figure out how to pass him.
Yeah, there is the distance that Thorne has built up while Peltier was trying to get through that lap traffic. Has almost a half-track lead. As we got a caution, Daniel Moore around. That was your 5th place runner as he goes around. Tough break there. You saw Greg Bennett to the right of your screen as well getting involved. So tough break there. Caution flag is out, 15 to go.
You want to talk about finding the lucky rabbit's foot. Peltier gets past the lap cars and then the caution to soak up all that gap. Derek Thorne's got to be kicking himself.
Yeah, seriously, and that's got to be a huge break for some of the other cars. We talked about Nama Lang, who's now going to gain a couple spots because those were cars that were in front of him that spun. So Nama Lang up to 5th, Garrett Evans 4th, Donnie Wan at 3rd, Peltier and Thorne, two of the best there is right there on the front row.
Well, we're down to 14 laps for $15,000. That's big.
Not only that, the winner of this race can tag the tail end of the field next week and go for 80 grand if they win both. That is a huge payout on the restart. Derek Thorne and Peltier make contact going down the front straightaway. Side by side going to turn number 1, even more contact. Peltier getting the nose advantage. Greg Bennett almost going around in front of the field. He's able to save it. Great save there from the 98. But up front, we have a new leader.
Yeah, it's Peltier on the restart. And again, everything Derek Thorne did not want to see as that gap that he had developed all gone. Peltier comes in and he leads. We're down to 13 to go, but Thorne's still right on his hide.
Yeah, Derek Thorne just has to hope that he did not use up all of those tires, as it does not look like he did. He's going to get to the inside of Peltier, a little bit of contact, and Derek Thorne side by side down the back straightaway with the 48, and he's going to be almost all the way there going into turn number 3 and 4.
Spotter's got to tell him he's got you covered. He's got the lane to the inside as they go side by side off of 4. Peltier with a big old head of steam, though, gets down and shuts the door on Thorne and continues to lead.
Yeah, I'm not sure Derek Thorne liked that too much as they go down the front straightaway. Peltier able to clear him. Derek Thorne way on that inside line. You see him dragging his chassis through turns 1 and 2. That's the biggest gap Peltier has had all race long over the 43 of Derek Thorne.
Yeah, Peltier, who's only been up there for a little bit of time, hoping, oh man, I hope I got more race car than Derek does left here in the very late stages of it, down to 11 to go, and Thorne's still close enough to make something happen.
11 laps remaining around the 5/8 mile oval. Anything can happen. Derek Thorne has been the class of the field all night long, and we'll see what he has saved. Gets a little bit loose off of corner number 2. That's going to allow the 48 of Preston Peltier, who's been Mr. Consistent here at Evergreen Speedway every single time he's come on out. He has over 75 grand in winnings his last 3 times out, so he's looking to add to that this time. 10 laps to go. Let's see what Derek Thorne has for Preston Peltier.
Peltier gets into 1 and off into a little bit better. You can see the gap widen down the back straightaway on the 5/8. Thorne going to have to change strategy a little bit, figure out something left. I mean, he's got to be thinking, what can I do? What's left in my tires? Can I change brake bias at all at this point in time? What's left for me to turn on a knob to try to make this car a little bit better for the final little 9 lap?
Yeah, Derek Thorne is definitely smart enough and experienced enough to follow Peltier for a few laps and learn where he needs to go and where he can pick up time. So I don't think this race is at any means over yet, but Peltier looking very strong, but I don't think his Pro Late model has been quite the where he wanted it all weekend long. Thorne closing in on Peltier's back bumper, coming off the corner ever so slightly.
Doesn't have to be perfect, just got to be good enough. Over 7 more laps of racing here as Thorne closing in on 1 and 2. He's been able to keep that car down a groove on Peltier, getting into the first and second turns.
Yeah.
Kind of harder to see in turn number 3 from here, but it looks like he's also lower in the corner there.
Yeah, he's able to get to the inside of Peltier. More contact between the lead two. They're banging doors all the way down through turns 3 and 4, down the front straightaway. It is still Peltier at the line, but they are still side by side. Peltier is so strong on that outside line. It's going to take a lot for Derek Thorne to clear him as they go down back straightaway, still side by side for over half a lap now. They're going to run each other down the track.
They got to try to, Thorne's got to try to keep Peltier up in turns 3 and 4. That's where he made all of his hay coming off that turn. Peltier back on the hammer, and he's going to hold the lead again. What racing for your lead?
Yeah, Peltier was turning hard left down the back straightaway as they were making contact. They were almost pointing both to the inside wall for a second, so that got scary real quick. 6 laps remaining, 5.5 now as they go down the back straightaway. Let's see what Peltier is able to do, and if Derek Thorne has anything left in the tank to catch up to the 48 car.
Yeah, Thorne's got to make one more run. He's going to have to make it count as Peltier's got a car length on him, coming into 5 to go here at the Summer Showdown for the Pro Late models.
Derek Thorne is able to hold that low line so well, but Peltier is able to carry the momentum ever so slightly. I think Derek Thorne's going to have to make his move going off of turn number 2 like we saw last time. He's able to get off that corner very well, carry equal amount of momentum, but able to hold that inside line better. I think if we're going to see a move out of the 43, it's going to come off turn number 2.
Well, let's see if you're right. He's closing once again. Peltier into 1, and there's Thorne, the half a groove lower to within a car length down the back straightaway. Peltier will open it up off of 2. Thorne again going to try to close going into 3.
And this is not just a 2-car race that's left, so these two guys getting into each other. Donnie Wann's waiting in third to clean up any sort of pieces that they leave behind, but he is not even in the picture as 3 laps to go. Peltier, Derek Thorne, let's see what they got.
Peltier washes up in the middle of the turn. There's Thorne once again trying to stick a nose in. Couldn't quite get there off of 2. Back straightaway as Peltier stretches. Thorne again going to close at corner entry and through the middle, and a little bit on corner exit 2 coming off of 4. It is Thorne trying to reel in Peltier 2 more times around.
Yeah, if you look in 3 and 4, every single time Peltier just washes up so high, even more than he does in 1 and 2. Derek Thorne gets to the inside. His nose is there, almost all the way to the inside of Peltier. Not quite enough. He's going to wash up off the corner. Coming around, a lap and a half remaining for 15 grand. Let's see what Derek Thorne has for Preston Peltier. This time by white flag will be waving from John Peterson as it is so tight, so close quarter racing. White flag is out one more time around.
This is it. 4 more corners, $15,000. Thorne throws it into 1 as hard as he can down the back straightaway. A car length separate him. What can Thorne do coming into the final turns?
I don't think he quite had enough momentum. We'll see what he has here in 3 and 4. Peltier washes up. Derek Thorne is there. He's to the inside. They're side by side. They're banging doors. They're coming off the corner, and there goes Derek Thorne into the inside. He's spun around. Peltier is your winner, and Derek Thorne ends up in the tires. Heartbreak City there for the 43 of Derek Thorne. Wow.
Well, we're going to get another look at it as Derek Thorne hung it all out, didn't hold anything back, and ends up visiting a Uke tire for his troubles. Wow.
You see as he put the window net down himself. We'll take another look at it. He appears to be okay. as they just get so loose. Oh, wow. Ooh, that's a hard hit. Great driving by Preston Peltier not to lose that car also. Wow, that is a tough break. You see Donnie Wannett second, Garrett Evans third. We'll go down and get a word with your top three at the Angel of the Winds winners platform.
Preston, first of all, let's talk about that last lap. What happened out there?
I don't know. I kind of went wide trying to carry some momentum, and he was getting in the corner, and I think he got there and he tried to move me, but he moved me a little more than I think that he expected, and I about lost it. And when I did, he ended up in the fence. I just held her wide open and kept steering and saw the line. I was like, I just got to get right there.
That last restart was quite an interesting restart.
Yeah. So. At times like that, you just got to dig deep, and make it happen. I don't really think I had the best car, but I knew where I was on the racetrack. I knew what I could do out there, and man, it was just it was my willpower over his, and I won.
Well, who do you want to thank first? And then we have the special presentation of the check.
Man, I got to thank Angel in the Winds, the Generator Source, Buzzy, Tilton, Hamke. There's so many people that help us, I got to thank my crew. If it wasn't for these guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. Dave's back at home. We miss him. I wish he was here, but man, it was a good race.
Donnie, there's your hardware right there. Second place finish. Quite an interesting race out there.
Man, I knew they were I knew Preston was kind of riding in that first part of it. That's what I kind of thought. But Derek went pretty hard and was staying with him pretty well. So I thought we'd have something after the break once we got those two new tires. I got a little bit more horsepower than those guys, but I weigh a little bit more. So I thought the two new tires and we were going to fire off and be good. But man, those two guys are the two best in the country. If you guys don't know that, you're getting a big treat. I mean, Preston Peltier, Derek Thorne, they're two of the best in the country, if not the world. So, bottom line.
All right, second place tomorrow, same option free. Have you thought about it all? You got to make the decision tomorrow. You going to the back?
Are you kidding me? I pour concrete for a living, an extra $10,000 so I don't have to work that hard during this week. I'm definitely going to the back.
All right, tomorrow's show should be pretty good. Donnie Wannett.
Hey, I got to thank Pathfinder Chassis. Joe's out here from Wisconsin, amazing race cars. Tom Hughes, Pat Sparks, Brandon Schilling coming up from Arizona to help out. Andy Soul for spotting. God is good, I got to tell you that.
Garrett, third place finish tonight here. Kind of a crazy race. You started late in the pack there, but you started making a kind of a big run here towards the end. How's the car feel?
The car was good. I really appreciate all the hard work my guys put in. I wish I could have qualified a little bit better, but it wasn't. Car was me, and looking forward to tomorrow night. Appreciate everybody being out here tonight, supporting Evergreen Speedway, and tell your friends to get them out here tomorrow, because this is one hell of a crew of drivers here, fastest ever. You guys need to be here to see it tomorrow night.
Hey, Garrett, one more question here. Now, you have the option tomorrow. You have to make the decision tomorrow, though. But if you go to the back of the pack tomorrow and come through and finish on the podium, you have an extra $10,000 on the line. You going to do it?
I thought it was already in the back.
It's already in the bag. It says, there you go.
Wow. Well, what a finish to that. And getting to see that finish here in Home Track Heroes wouldn't be possible without our fine friends over at T-Mobile. T-Mobile keeping us connected here at Evergreen Speedway. What a finish to the Pro Late Model 125.
Oh, yeah. So all three of those drivers you just heard from, all opting to go to the back of the pack for next week's 200-lap Super Late Model main event. If Peltier is able to win it again, $80,000 going home with him. If either of any three of them are able to make on the podium, extra $10,000 added on to their purse. So it's just a lot of big money up for grab, which could lead to a lot of tempers like we saw tonight.
Oh, you've got to imagine that the Peltier and Thorne deal isn't done.
Exactly.
By any means. And we're going to get to watch it play out all coming up on next week's program.
Exactly. So tune in next week, Home Track Heroes, 200 laps, Super Late Model action, Northwest Mini Stock Tour, another Legend main event. So a full action-packed show. You won't want to miss 31 of the best Super Late Models there are.
It's the biggest payday in the Northwest. Heck, in a multi-state area, $80,000 potentially on the line. We can't wait for you guys to tune in once again.
Exactly. So it's going to be an awesome event next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. For all of us here at Evergreen Speedway and CW11, we hope to see you guys next week for the concluding episode of the Summer Showdown 2021. My name is Kyler Hope. That was Caleb Hart. Thank you. See you next week.
Thanks for watching Evergreen Speedway's Home Track Heroes on CW11. Join us next week for more great racing from Evergreen Speedway.